this video, I will be sharing some of the most important tips to succeed in Squad Busters. From pro gameplay strategies to secret details, this video will not only benefit brand new players, but people looking to master their busting skills in Squad Busters. As soon as you log into the game, you will be greeted with a free chest in the middle of the map, as well as a small amount of free gold. One random character will have a shiny golden glow on them. If you click them, you will be given some free gold. Make sure to check these characters regularly because it will appear all the time, and who doesn't love free gold? Speaking of gold, seeing as though it is the major resource in the game, it is important to know where and how to spend it so that you get the most bang for your buck. In my opinion, that would be spending it on chest tickets. Sometimes, in the heat of the match, it can be tough to keep track of opposing players and their squads, especially when it comes to specific units in their squads. However, if you were to examine their squad's characters, you would notice a circular icon above each of their heads. Not only does that represent their super bar, but also their hit points. If you see a character's circle flashing, it means that their health is in the severe range, which is the perfect time to strike. That being said, don't feel bad not attacking other teams. Honestly, it's okay. Winning a game using farmers or by strictly defeating bots is a totally valid strategy, and one I proudly use almost every game. Unless you know for certain that your team will destroy an opposing team, it's best not to attack them to risk losing members of your squad and putting yourself in a more vulnerable position. In terms of building squads, it is crucial for your squad to have at least one speed unit on your team. Speed is one of the most important things in the game. It allows you to maneuver the map quite quickly and obtain everything you need to win a match. If it's entering the center at the last minute to collect gems, or trying to collect as much gold as possible during loot surge, you need them, no matter what. These units consist of, but are not limited to, the Chicken, Hog Rider, and Max. Even though you might be able to collect some turbos around the map, it can sometimes not be enough, and when you do use them, you might find that they run out quite quickly, so always keep track of them, and make sure you are ready to restock if necessary. Party Pinata event is one of Squad Busters' first collaboration features, and it's one that is quite valuable for all players. In this event, you collect pinata sticks in the game, which go to a progress bar on the event page. Inviting friends to complete it with you makes it much easier. However, if you don't have any friends, don't worry, you can still complete it. It just might take 84 years. You can invite up to 4 people, but it's important to note that when someone invites you, your progress goes to them, but their total team progress does not go to you. I also recommend screenshotting who contributed the most sticks to your team's pinata and who didn't. It would benefit you in the future knowing which friends play and which don't, so that you can maximize your results the next time. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. As someone who loves cooking but honestly hates meal planning, HelloFresh has been a game changer for me. With their biggest menu yet featuring over 50 recipes and an array of market items, there's always something new and exciting to try. No more staring blankly at the fridge wondering what to make for dinner. The difference is you get to choose from 30 plus calorie smart or protein smart recipes each week. Everything is packed with fresh ingredients, pre-portioned and delivered right to your doorstep. And here's something you definitely won't want to miss. If you click on the link in the description or use my code, you will get 10 free meals plus free appetizers for life. One appetizer item per box while your subscription is active if you're in the US, and outside the US, the local discount will apply. Why go out when you can stay in and enjoy restaurant quality meals at home? Just scan the QR code on the screen, or as I mentioned, click on the link in the description to sign up today. Have you ever wondered why you can't play in a team with your friends? Well, the solution is quite simple. Make sure you have invites on, because if you're having trouble joining a party, this is most likely the case. Go to Settings, then More Settings, and then switch Receive Join Party Requests on. As you may or may not know, the Trader is one of the most valuable units in the game. When playing the Trader, he gives you a certain amount of gems per certain amount of gold you've collected. You can tell how much gold you've collected and how close he is to giving you the gems by the circular ring around his health circle. When you have collected the required amount of gold, he will drop the gems in the opposite direction you are going, so behind you and your squad. It is important to wait a second or two after you've collected the required gold Just so you know, you've collected the gems from the trader, because I can't tell you how many times I've left the gems behind. Once you've unlocked the evolution wizard, you are allowed to hold 2 spells per game. This is quite important, as holding 2 bombs or 2 lightning spells against an opposing team is quite game-changing. Let's say you pick up a free spell and then a cannon spell, but you really want to use the cannon spell. Don't worry, all you need to do is hold down the second spell and move it to the spot the first spell is in. Then they will automatically switch places. You can do this an unlimited amount of times, so make sure you have what you need right in the spot you need it. This tip is more of a just be aware thing, but when you are in a team party, you don't have control over who starts the game. This means you should be ready no matter what, because once the party creator starts the match, it automatically starts for everyone in that party. While this is not a major concern, there are cases where you might be upgrading your units or opening a chest and then randomly get redirected into a game, so be ready. Before you head into a game, make sure to briefly review your squad options. It can be very helpful knowing what characters you have the chance of getting, because I cannot tell you how many times I used a reroll token to try and get the traitor and doppelgangers, and he wasn't even in my squad choice, so please, don't make a stupid mistake like me. When you are attacking another team, you should be able to tell quite quickly if your squad is winning or losing. This is indeed something you can track via the sound effects. If your team is winning and you have destroyed at least 1 unit from an opposing squad, a celebratory sound effect is played. However, if you are losing, and at least one of your characters have died, a dreary sound effect is played. Make sure you know which sound effect you hear so that you can decide whether to retreat and attack or continue. On the home page, if you click the Friends tab and then click the Referrals tab, you will be redirected to this page. On this page, you are given a referral link for you to share with your friends. If they download the game via your link and reach the requirement milestone, you get free stuff, so don't miss out. This may be obvious to many, however those with, let's just say, bad luck might have not seen it yet. So when you open a chest and are about to unlock a new character or evolution, the chest will unlock with a very special star animation, letting you know that you are getting something new. Occasionally, on the home page of the game, a wizard pops up with the quest to use a certain amount of spells to unlock a new spell completely free. For most, if not all players, this is very challenging, which is why there needs to be a simpler way to complete it. And there is. In Spell Overload, as soon as the spells start to mass spawn, just collect them and spam them as fast as possible. Do not worry if you hit someone or something, just keep spamming. This will help you complete the quest much faster than usual, allowing you to complete it most likely in the allotted time. Have you ever wondered how many spells you've used in a game? Or how many pinata sticks you've collected? Well, you're in luck, because there is actually a tracker that occasionally pops up on the screen every time you use a spell or collect a pinata stick. It appears right here and will show up every single time you collect them. You can use spells like the bomb to destroy trees and carrot patches to get the loot held inside. However, the amount you get is about half, so keep that in mind. If you have characters like Greg and Mavis in your squad, I recommend just using them to destroy it, but if you don't, then using spells on them is a valid strategy to increase your gem and gold count. When playing in Baby Battle, always use your fusion keys to get an automatic fusion character, presumably Barbarian or another high damage dealing unit. You are already at a massive disadvantage having all your troops in their baby form, so quickly being in a more dominant state gives you the higher chance of building up a stronger squad and winning. Speaking of fusion keys, if possible, always use them on epic characters. They are harder to fuse naturally within a match just due to the fact that they only appear occasionally. As soon as you fuse an epic character like Archer Queen or Barbarian King, your squad is already superior. Doppelgangers is one of those modifiers where it's just kind of the luck of the draw, or more fittingly, the luck of the chest. If you are giving characters like Dynamite or Primo, then your chances of winning are honestly quite low. But if you're giving characters like Nita, Trader, or the Goblin, you're much more likely to come out on top. So why not up your odds of winning? Use your chest rerolls. This would be the mod to use them in. Spawners like Nita, Goblin, and Trader are some of the most overpowered units in this mod, so why not abuse those strategies? Tap on any of the home screen characters, including the mysterious wizard, and they will do a little animation for you. It's kinda cool. If you are getting chased by an opposing team during the final seconds of a game, don't be afraid to enter the vines. You will most likely survive long enough and hold your game leaderboard position. And unless your opponent is a complete psycho that chases you into the vines, you should be fine. But if they do chase you into the vines, then it's game over for you. When building your squad in a match, try your best to balance it out. Have a few farmers like Greg and Mavis, but make sure you have some tanky units and damage dealers like Barbarian, Archer Queen, and Nita. Having a balanced combination allows your squad to apply multiple different attack strategies to win the game, rather than being forced to farm on the outside of the map because your squad is all Gregs. Before purchasing anything in the shop, make sure to use code Michael because it will 100% increase your chances of unlocking a new character. However, I can neither confirm nor deny that works, you just have to test it out for yourself. On the home page, click the hamburger button and then click More Settings. In here, you'll be able to personalize your shop offers to be more relevant to you and your game progress. Or you can turn it off and receive standard basic offers that probably won't appeal to you very much. When you click on a character in your squad homepage and then hit details, you are shown some stats like damage and health. However, in the bottom right, clicking the target icon will transport you to the training ground where you can practice with any troop, including those that you haven't unlocked yet. It's a great way to get to know a character and their mechanics before heading into a live match with them. In a match, if you go close to any chest, it will tell you the modifier that is currently in play. On your profile, if you scroll down to your latest battles and then click on the little eye near your game finish, you can see the results of your game, who was busted, and the win streaks of your opponents. You can also add your opponents as friends. Not sure why someone would want to, but hey, you do you. Tara's Mystery Challenge and the Wizard's Spell event don't show up on your home screen in the game until you log on. Once you do, the countdown will start. So instead of it starting at 12 AM or 11:59, 59, 59, it starts sort of when you choose, which I think is a nice touch. Surprisingly, there is an emote button usable when you're in a match. It appears to the left of the turbo button, but let's be honest, nobody has and will use it, but it's still nice that it's there. If you're given the choice of an epic character, no matter what it is, pick it. Getting epics within a match is quite rare, so don't pass up that opportunity. Even if it's a choice between Mavis, Greg, and Archer Queen, and you see a tree close by, always opt for the epic units. They will be much more valuable in the long run, and seeing as though Greg and Mavis are both commons, you will probably just get them in the next few chests anyways. Always play with the end minute in mind. Don't choose for the moment, choose for the future. Building your squad with stronger characters even at the start allows you to be better off in almost every circumstance. This means making sacrifices like passing up trees and carrot patches, but trust me, it is the right thing to do. Unlike Brawl Stars, the match time is permanently set at 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Even if you were to eliminate every opposing squad, leaving only yours in the game, the match will not end until the timer has expired. In the Doppelgangers mode, if you start with Greg or Mavis, keep that character and target all the trees and carrot patches as soon as possible. Once you go to open a new chest, you aren't guaranteed to get them again, so doing that will maximize your initial advantage in the game, with regards to both gold and gems. Never use coins to keep your win streaks. It's a waste, and really does nothing for you, except maybe give you some bragging rights. So if you want to actually progress your account in the best way possible, use your coins on chest tickets, as I mentioned earlier. If you are being relentlessly chased by an opposing team, run into the center of the map to set off the bots. They may unknowingly assist you by acting as distractions, knocking back opponents, and possibly letting you escape. If you found any of these tips somewhat helpful, make sure to subscribe for future Squad Busters content.